It has been, unfortunately, much of stories came to my mind. I really had to. He nicknamed me typewriter because I used to do all my writing to the turnout. Uh, uh, but and he was very and he had no ego. That's the biggest thing about him.
There's a short little story of 4 pages, The Flag, which I think is very...
God make you a Latsa. Please give me the share of my wife and daughter also. Huzur. They will always pray for you and your children, Sarkar. Get off, you liar. If you have a wife and a daughter, why can't they come here and receive their share themselves? Ramu was a very sensitive individual. He came away silently with only his own share of 4 puris and 2 laddus for private construction.
I just broke your heart or something.
ऋषि जी आपकी इस बुक में से कौन सी
Thank you.
Thank you so very much, everybody. Well, once and before we end, on behalf of Crossword, we'd like to present Rishi with a small token of our gratitude and appreciation, sir, for your presence here. Thank you so much.
Not this one?
Well, you get this one as well. And Suresh ji for bringing out the book in such a wonderful way. A big round of applause, everybody. And HarperCollins, Mr. Shantanu Chaudhary, thank you so much for being here with us. A very special thank you to our guests, everybody at Crossword here, for gracing us with your presence. As you know, the copies are very much available at Crossword. You can get your copy signed by our editor as well. Thank you so much. And once again, a round of applause for An Evening in Lucknow by Mr. K.A. Abbas, edited by Mr. Suresh Kohli. Thank you very much and have a lovely evening ahead.
Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call.
Hi, Johnny. Hi, Rishi. I'm Rishi.
Hi, Rishi.
The Basim's daughter.
Good, yeah. मैं बोला कि मैं पढ़ता तो हूँ नहीं मैं
शायद पढ़ ले तो गलती से
ये तो पढ़ूंगा तो तेरी ओके अब सी यू निकला हाँ चलो यार छट रखी सब नहीं यार
हेलो रुक जाओ ना यार उधर से उठो ना
नहीं जा बिना किसी
Rishi, we believe you're currently working on 2 films. That's how.
I've come here for this, so we'll talk about the book. I always say that, that we'll only talk about for what I'm here for, not for anything else. मैं लखनऊ ये किताब actually is said to be about Lucknow, but I have not read it as yet.
Have you visited Lucknow?
अब वो लखनऊ से क्या मतलब? Yeah, don't digress.
One question on the film you won't answer. If which out of the two? Yeah.
ये आपका एक सवाल दो
हाँ मैं अभी क्या
कोई बात नहीं आगे
हो गया बोले पीछे Rishi ji, we believe you're currently working on 2 films. That's how.
I've come here for this, so we'll talk about the book. I always say that, that we'll only talk about for what I'm here for, not for anything else.
Not one question.
मैं लखनऊ ये किताब actually is said to be about Lucknow, but I have not read it as yet.
Have you visited Lucknow?
अब वो लखनऊ से क्या मतलब? Yeah, don't digress.
One question on the film you won't answer. If which out of the 2 films are you more?
No, we'll talk about the book. I'm here for this book release. You talk about the book. I don't digress. You know that. That's why I never give these interviews. Okay. I know you're going to do that, and I will do that. So there's no point.
Okay, you said you like reading Archie's. Okay?
Yes,
now,
I do.
Now, in your family, who would you say is more of an avid reader?
I don't know. I really don't know.
In your family, Neetaji and.
No, none of us actually. None of us. No.
Okay. All right.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
With a big round of applause. And we're also very, very pleased to have with us the editor of this book, Mr. Suresh Kohli, and Shantanu from HarperCollins. Thank you so much for being here with us. a very special welcome to all our customers, to all our guests here at Crossword. As you all know, we are gathered for the launch by the late Mr. K. Abbas, edited by Mr. Suresh Kohli. We would also like to thank in a very special way HarperCollins. Khwaja Ahmad Abbas was that rare Hindi filmmaker who, as a journalist, novelist, and short story writer. This collection brings together 17 of his best-known stories, from The Sparrows, which nearly every schoolchild in India has read, to The Umbrella, writer and a filmmaker who preferred to call himself a communicator. He published Inqilab and The World is My Village, which details contemporary Indian history. Here we are, everybody. An evening in Lucknow, selected stories, being edited by Mr. Suresh Kohli, and a great pleasure to have Mr. Rishi Kapoor release the book for all of us.
I'm right
Yes, we'd love to hear Mr. Rishi Kapoor speak a few words and tell us about his association with the book.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I see a lot of Abbas aficionados with us here. For starters, Amit is there, and Kushi is here, and Ali is there, and I'm sorry if I'm missing out anybody, but we are all great Abbas. Some are protégés and some are, we have revered him all through our years. I'll take you through what he was saying. Yes, Abbas was the author of two of my very important films in my career, landmark films of mine, so to speak, as in Mera Naam Joker and Bobby, but forgetting that he did another film of mine, and for the same company, but he didn't live to see that film, and my father didn't really live to make that film. And that film was called Hina. It was also written by Khwaja Ahmad Abbas Sahab. As I passed Philomena Lodge, that's where Abbas Sahab used to stay. And I reminisce as a kid when I must tell you that Abbas Sahab's very dear friend was Mr. Indar Rajanand, and Mr. Indar Rajanand's children, Tinnu and Bittu, were our childhood. We were all childhood friends, and most of our time was spent in Indar Sahab, Indar uncle, and Abbas Sahab's house. And we have, as children, have always hung around in that area. So I reminisced, how we used to actually be there. And then when I was actually working in Joker and in Bobby, we used to hanging on there, probably see Ali there in those days. And as I passed by this evening, coming here to Crossroads, and I was thinking how lucky I am that where I started my career, and today I'm going to actually launch a book of the same man who actually made my career. Thank you, Abbas Sahab. You're not with us, but you'll always be with us. I'd like to thank Suresh, old friend of mine, for giving me this opportunity. Actually, it's an honor to really release this book. Thank you, HarperCollins and Crossroads. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all being here. It's a good cause, and I hope the book is also great. Great seller. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rishi ji. Thank you so very much.
Black shot mat लो.